Good day, Lagos, Nigeria. You are welcome to PlusTvAfrica's Tea Time, where we serve you hot sizzling tea from the entertainment scene, have intellectual conversations, and of course, give our takes on popular opinions. And my name is Deborah Akinpelumi, and I don't do this alone. With me here is the handsome Prezi and the most beautiful Prissy. So, Prissy, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Okay. Looking very fine and,
And Prezi,
and
something new.
On that energy to her because...
What do you mean? Something new.
He's passing the head energy.
Okay, new look.
Heading him back.
But for you, our Aaron Pierre, our Mufasa, you're killing the look though. Okay, I love to see it. Right. Okay, and we can't do this without you. So do well to drop your hot takes, comments, and give your views on our videos, on our posts via our YouTube channel at PlusTvAfrica's Lifestyle. And now, let's dive right into the trending video. Okay, that is one for the books though. I remember everyone was like, oh, once I gain admission into the university, I'm not stepping foot in this house anymore. I'm just going to have my freedom. I go cut my hair, I go tattoo my body, take advice from nobody. But really, with the economic situation of the country, like really, mommy, I want to come back home. I want my mommy to give me that food morning, afternoon, night, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Funny enough, right? Well, one of the things we told ourselves back then when we were growing up was that, oh, I will have my own apartment, this one, that one. I will be flying plane by this so age.
I'll be married.
This time you'll be hanging me one down for.
Oh my God! Let's not even talk about the new house rate, the new house rent. It's as if they brought a gun. A written gun, an unwritten gun to rob people.
The way people are running from their apartments back to their parents' house.
Honestly.
Bizarre.
I don't know if you saw that video of, what's his name, the CEO of Landmark. He said something about, that his children still work and they still live in his apartment, right? It just gave me an ideology of how, there are parents who just feel like you leaving the house as, a child makes you independent, so to say. But I don't really feel...
I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I don't also feel like that should really be like, a big deal, so to say.
In my house, actually, there's this structure, should I say standard, my parents have put in place. Aside from the guys, the ladies...
Always the guys, though.
The ladies, you can't leave the house until we're married.
Wow.
So you marry from your house?
Yes.
I think that should be the standard, but big ups to our parents.
Men marry from the house as well.
I don't know, I feel like...
It doesn't show a level of independence.
No, it's not even about independence at this stage. I feel like guys fight more for their freedom, and then the moment ladies want to start fighting...
True.
The moment we ladies want to fight for our freedom in our own home, they're already seeing us as... No, all just gonna look out for outside. We can stay at home. Although that's not the same kind of conversation. They'll have that same kind of conversation with the guys, but I feel like at the end of the day, the guys will always get that leverage.
The guys just like that thing of wanting to stay on their own, wanting to know how much of strength they have, to stay alone and survive alone. I think that's basically like what the issue is.
I think that's really same for ladies as well, but most families or
ladies
are not.
They like to protect ladies. That's why.
What do you mean though? It's the truth though, but
our parents are more
careful
with their daughters.
They're
also careful with their sons though, but they are a little bit lenient to the guys compared to the ladies.
That's true, that's true. So big ups to our parents out there. Thanks for supporting us, because some of us that left home to feed home, yeah, we're now going back home. So yes, thank you for that. So now let's move on to the next trending video. Trending video number 2. Okay, that is one for the books though. But yeah, I can't really relate because I was an A-star student all-rounder. So I'm always proud to show my parents though. But let's hear your take. What do you have to say about that?
I feel like for me, from primary school to let's say GS3, I was that stubborn child.
Okay.
That my dad is like, sit down there. The moment he has turned his back, I've already started again. So I can say that when it was time for results, and in my school then, the day they are giving a result, your parents are in school.
Wow.
So it's the close of day. Your parents are there to pick you up, because I stayed like, my school was somewhere like in Ikoyi, and then my house was down in First Satellite Town. So every single time I'm about to get my results, they said, don't open it, your parents will be the ones to open it. Home. Chimo, my heart is like it was beating out of my chest. Oh God, remembering those days. Oh, if I actually had the opportunity to open my results sometimes, my dear, they will not see results in that house.
Honestly, I get that thing.
For me, right, I know there was a time when I hid my result from my dad for almost 2 weeks.
Wow.
Just because I was trying to delay my beating, you know.
Delayed beatification, not gratification in this regard.
That period, like, I mean, it's one of those good things about childhood and all of that, right? But
good thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things
that's an experience.
Yeah, that
made us
who we are.
Yeah, you look back, then you were scared, but now you look back and laugh at it and go like, how did I even do this?
But honestly, you can see him using the spoon to fetch water.
That's a delay.
But that doesn't mean he's not going to get, though.
He just does not want to listen. Let me come later.
Honestly, for our young viewers at home, I would say just, focus on your studies to avoid that delay of the beating. So, make sure you are an A-star-studded student. Even exceed what I did back then, bragging rights though. But yes, on to the next trending video. Trending video number 3. Honestly, that takes me back to the humble beginnings. But, as well as I don't want to get involved in the drama, I want to know what is happening. That tea must not pass me by. Like, okay, who and who? What happened? I don't want to be gisted. I want to be the one to gist other people about what happened. Yes, so the gist honestly.
I was there.
But it looks more like this particular hostel will look like a female hostel.
Yes.
Because I know ladies like drama and...
Oh my God, really?
No, it's true now. Like, you hardly see a guy like wanting to be involved in drama. So
what do you mean?
But ladies want to be where the drama is happening.
I don't agree with you though.
Exactly, I don't agree.
You've not met some no-see men. Like, even the ladies, they step back and learn, like, wow, a guy that is this no-see, okay, I bow.
Some TikTok videos. Most of these people that are giving these hot things, they are guys, They are guys, and they are giving you, like, how it should
Unfortunately, I was born in a village somewhere in Abia State.
Yeah, but you're now refined though. Our Aaron Pierre.
See, my head is swelling already.
Okay. Yes, you know, sometimes it's necessary to involve in the basketballs and sometimes just take care of drama and focus on your primary reason why you're in school. And with that, I think we'll move on to the last trending video for the day. So, last trending video of the day. Wow. Wow, I've never seen that many people at a time on a bridge. Like, what's happening?
In my years in Lagos, I don't think I've experienced something like this.
Honestly, I heard something like most of those people, they were avoiding the car now.
Oh.
Yes. So instead of them crossing the express, because these officials are always there to, you know, catch the offending.
Anybody that crosses.
Yes, pedestrians.
Yes. Is it not for people that are selling on the road?
See, there's no description
that's
of
open to question, though.
You know,
that one is a different conversation.
No, but I think that's what...
We should have the conversation, though. I'm curious.
I think the car people there are for people selling on the road. I don't think they're
like
for people
illegal sellers and all of that, right?
Yeah, people that are selling on the road. They're not supposed to be selling on the road. So they go there to like seize their goods and stuff.
No, you're right, actually. But you know, here in Nigeria, there is no description of role.
Yeah.
That's why you will find people arresting somebody.
Yes.
That's why you will find custom that is supposed to be, you know, doing a different job. They are doing police work. So everybody is confused.
That's true, though. The boundaries are blurred. The job descriptions are blurred. Blurred when it comes to the Nigerian civil society. You see a policeman that's supposed to be, you know, help curb crime, fighting crime rate. You see him do something that is totally not in his job description. Yeah. But that much people on the bridge, though, is that not a safety hazard?
It is. I think
it doesn't look safe to me.
That's actually very scary.
You know, funny enough,
right?
Okay. I had a conversation with somebody that was involved in this, that was there when this happened, you know, and she said, she said that there was a particular woman, I mean, this was not sounding derogatory in a way, but she said there was a particular woman who stood behind her, you know, and the woman looked some type of way, and she was already scared, you know. Now, minusing the fact that a lot of people would, you know, gum their body together, phones would be moved, you know.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I mean, this is Lagos, we know how it's done, right? So that is even like the most scary thing about how everybody is so, you know, all together, and a lot of people now might start looking for their their phones, or start looking for their bags and stuff like that. So I won't even be surprised that happens.
And you know, we discussed it yesterday that when your phone is about to fall and you just beg God that God, please let that be the leg or the hand. It should not be the phone. Wow. Like, okay, I think the government should do something about that kind of situation. There should be safety measures.
Another thing we are missing out, right, is the fact that why do Nigerians always like this last minute, you know, adherence to particular policy or you know, commandment, so to say, if I put it that way.
Yeah,
you know, because imagine now that they've seen that they've been arresting people. Is now they've seen how serious it is. Everybody now wants to follow the same place.
No, I feel like it's not even about last minute something. You know how the moment those Sky people leave that place, those people will go back to doing what they were not supposed to do. Which is either crossing road or like selling on the road. Yeah. So it's not about last minute at this case. It's actually about
negligence,
doing what they are not supposed to do. Because that's what, should I say, Nigerians,
we just like to do something that would...
Exactly. It's the one that they say don't do that you want to do.
Honestly, Nigerians, I think that stubbornness is in our DNA. But I think we should do better in adhering to the laid down regulations of the land. Yeah. So that's all on our trending videos for today. I hope you enjoyed it because I did. So now let's dive right into the trending topics of the day. And the first one we have here, I'm sure you all have been hearing about this Lambo bus bus happening.
Is it Lambo season, actually?
Honestly, what is your Lambo? Mine is parked outside.
Oh,
that is a
Lambo. Somebody stole the, what they call that?
The logo. Oh my God, you're so shady. Okay, so let's dive right into it. Nollywood actor Patrick Doyle has publicly criticized socialite Sophia Egbueje for flaunting a newly acquired Lamborghini amidst the ongoing controversy surrounding her alleged involvement with singer Burna Boy. Doyle will reference the leaked audio to where Egbueje claimed, Burna Boy promised her a Lamborghini in exchange for intimacy, expressed his disapproval of her public display of wealth. It described her means of livelihood as shameful and berated those who congratulated her. Doyle also highlighted the significant value of her luxury items and suggested that she should consider the needs of her struggling family members. Struggling family members, I wonder where that is from.
That one is deep.
But honestly, we've been seeing this happen, you know. It has been in the news since last weekend. In fact, there's even a song for it. Because I know by Lambo, is that why you're shouting? Honestly, I can't wait for that baby to land because I'm ready to, you know, shake my hips to that.
That was like a very, very petty.
Back to the topic in question. Yeah. I think this man, who we know to be the husband, or ex-husband rather, to Ireti Doyle. He has quite a very strong thing regarding this, saying, oh, why should we be celebrating someone that, you know, got a material wealth through sexual encounters, transactional sexual encounters. So I think the society of today, we've kind of put the whole idea of hard work, honest work, we put it to the side and we're like, okay, why should I go to the office to work and get paid 80,000 naira month end when I can just be with a Yahoo boy, with a G boy that will just give me the same for a night of sexual gratification. What do you have to say about this though?
Why is it only her part that was highlighted?
Okay.
It's the truth. Like, why was it only her parts? Why is, like, I understand that what she does, like, her means of livelihood, truly is shameful. Yeah. But she was not the only person who took part in the entire encounter that led to this outburst. If they were supposed to drag people, after dragging Sophia, they might as well just drag Burna Boy as well.
Okay.
That's true. I think I agree with you on that. It takes two to tango. Exactly. So why is Sophia in the news? Why is Sophia? Why are you not?
They're shaming Sophia now for people like, they're shaming people rather for supporting Sophia. I'm not saying I'm supporting her, but I'm saying that it's not so right for you to shame her and shame only her. If you're going to shame anybody as well, drag Burna Boy as well. Is it that the guy should not be held responsible for their actions?
Yes.
Is it that because he's paying, it means that, okay, fine.
It's all right for him to do that.
It's okay for him to do it.
Yes.
But because she's being paid, it's not okay. Yes. Really, it's not okay, but it's also not okay for the guy to pay as well.
Okay, so talking about that, let me just chip this thing in. Why is it that male celebrities, they rarely face backlash over lavish spending or transactional relationships? Because I remember back then when Olamide posted up a video of him in an hotel room, I don't know the room, you know, he was doing marijuana and there was this naked or semi-naked lady in the background. And you see some people say, oh, Baduna, Baba, you be boss, you be boss man. So why is it that we are not applying the same yardstick that we are using to berate
Exactly. So I think now I'm not going to speak for the guys. I'm speaking like on a neutral ground now, and which is why I'm saying you are wrong, right? No, okay. I would explain. Okay. So if you say that men are not being called out or celebrities that are male, you know, are not being called out, then I think that's wrong because, I mean, a few days back we called out Nedu, you know, for allegedly, you know, we knew that he was involved in something just like this, where people said, oh, before he brings people on his show, you know, he requests for sex and stuff. I mean, we heard all of that, right? Another person again, Osley, the musician, right? We saw a video of him where he was, you know, allegedly, I won't say allegedly because...
Was that alleged
though? Well, and we saw that...
So why is he now alleged?
No, so let me not digress from what I'm saying.
Right? Have to.
Now, I just mentioned two people, Oslade and Nedu, right? They are almost in this same triangle because they were involved in something like this. For Oslade, he was caught, you know, having an affair, you know, in public, so to say. His video was out there, right? And people, you know, castigated him for such action. So if you say, oh, men are not being criticized, so to say, then I think it's very, very wrong to say that actually.
Yeah. I don't think that's necessarily the case because if you actually look at this, I think the reason why the lady was not criticized, the lady that was with Oxlade, was not criticized was because she was not known.
Mm-hmm.
If she was known, they would have dragged her through the mud and banned her.
She came out though. She came out to talk.
Okay. The point still remains that you said that men are not being,
they're not held responsible for that.
I'm just saying now that we always hold them,
How can you say we always hold them? Are you not in this world? How?
No. The fact is, you mentioned that we do not always criticize men when they do wrong.
So do we criticize men though?
Yes, we did.
Are you serious? Because we don't criticize they do.
No, I said Nedu. Do you know that? Okay, for instance, now if you say we did not criticize them, Nedu was criticized for all of the things that happened to him, right?
No, because he was actually dragged. This is
for some days, he was actually silent. It shows that he actually was feeling the heat, right? Oxlade as well, after all of that thing happened, and people were condemning him, and he went off for a while.
Okay.
So I'm saying that.
And you said this is a neutral ground.
Now I'm not disagreeing to the fact that Burna Boy, people took him out of the whole equation and everything that happened, right? Maybe because of who he is, maybe because he's Odogwu and how people always see so much reference to him and all of that. But I just feel like you can't say that we do not criticize men who do wrong as well.
Okay, we agree with you on that. So I think we should also, hold on, I think we should also explore another angle of family responsibility versus self-indulgence. He made sense, he made a statement, so he made a reference to a family that she should prioritize struggling family needs. So why is it that when most people see successful women, they try to guilt them into, picking up some views in their family? Why are they doing that? Why is that the case?
What if she already does that?
Thank you. Exactly.
If you don't know so much about a person's personal life, then you shouldn't actually try and bring in things.
Tell them how to spend their money.
Because you see them spending on lavish things.
What
if they are spending on their family as well? What if they support their family? You don't know so much.
I always have an issue with when people say personal life, right? I still don't understand that aspect. Because
let me explain what I mean.
When you say personal life, for instance, now she knew all of this was going to be out there. Then how did that audio leak out? How did we get to know that she had an affair with Burna Boy? If she actually respected the personal life thing, I'm just saying, right?
Do you think she used her hand to leak the video?
Oh, but she
and collect backlash.
But she has been excited about the whole news that has been going on, right?
She never came out to say anything.
She came out to say something. Okay. She said, as they don't buy them for me, I buy them myself.
True, but that does not concern.
That's excitement even in the wrongdoing that she did.
Guy, you are being...
honestly, if we want to dwell on this, we would keep on doing that.
We should.
Till the week runs out. Yes, but I think we have to dive right into the next trending topic. And this is about our famous singer, Jenny Aiko, forgive my pronunciations, husband or baby father, Omarion. So American singer Omarion has confirmed that he no longer has a relationship with his former B2K pronunciation group members, Lil Fizz, Ras B, and Book. In a recent interview, Omarion stated that while he respects the group's legacy, they do not maintain personal contact. He attributed the strained relationship to external influences and differing interpretations of brotherhood, suggesting the group was assembled rather than naturally formed. This revelation follows years of public tension, including past exchanges where Omarion referred to his former bandmates as backup dancers, and subsequent reactions from Lil Fizz and Ras B, who criticized Omarion's behavior and perceived lack of appreciation. That is one for the books. This, brings me to Portable's song. Brotherhood.
Let's do this, please.
Okay. Because the question of brotherhood comes to play, because we see lots of bands, even judging back from far back to the root, Plantation Boys. We saw that they broke up.
I'm trying to even remember the name of this once.
The people are not even just friends or family members of twin brothers. They share the womb. You see them breaking up, dragging themselves to court, a whole lot of drama. We even see Moit's record, our popular Moit, with their famous eats. You see them breaking. Like, what is happening? What is happening to bands to music groups
I don't see
nowadays?
So much of like a big issue. I don't see like a big issue actually, because I mean, even as brothers or sisters in a family, at some point everybody would have to like disintegrate, right? You get, because I mean, we are different, you know. I think the only thing that brings, as a music group, the only thing that makes us a music group, so to say, is because as at that time we are trying to achieve a goal. But in the process of making music together, everybody starts seeing their strengths and what they can do differently. And I think that's what results to everybody now saying, okay, I want to go on my own. And even Omarion, if you notice, I think that was in 2004 thereabout, he decided, okay, he wants to go solo. And from there, you know, things started happening. Even Star Plus, for instance, Star Plus,
yes,
you know, they came with all of the heat and all of that. But before you know what's happening, one person will sing his own song and it'll be like, oh, okay, I can sing so well like this. Then maybe I should just, let's even talk about P Square, right? They started together, but at some point, this one started saying, oh, Nami, they always bring some of the music. This one say, oh, Nami, they make the music.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
From there,
okay,
things started blowing up.
But I think that begs the question, why will Omarion refer to his former group members as backup dancers? I think that is derogatory. And we saw it when happened with P Square, that they said one was the dancer and one was the other. And I was like, why will you reduce my talent to just being a dancer? When we co-produce these songs, you know, we sing it together, we shoot the musical videos together. So why are you limiting my talent to just being a backup dancer? So
I think at the end of the day, this whole thing just boils down to like human, like kind of thing. I feel like sometimes people can be, or rather, we humans can actually be very, very selfish to an extent, where, you know, where you feel like you are doing more of a particular thing, and then people are not doing as much as you, you start to feel like, okay, I am basically like the head of this group, and these people are not doing more. I'm the one dancing more. These people are like basically backup dancers. So he just basically said what he thought was
the music.
No, like let's actually.
Yes, how do you do that?
It's from like this plain perspective. I'm not supporting Omarion in anything. I'm just saying that he must have felt like, yes, I'm the one dancing more. These guys are not even putting as much effort as they should. So him coming out to say backup dancer, I feel like probably to him that must have been like the least.
It sounds so
degrading.
I want to thank you. I was about to say that.
This degrading way he could actually put it.
Okay, I think the first thing I would like us to dissect here is that, what do you think fame has to do with, you know, I think fame actually kills brotherhood in music groups, because when they are still struggling talent, you see them go from show to show, they start singing, their voices out like, oh, support me. You can see the throwback videos of the Moit, you know, the band, you know, Whiskey, even our famous Whiskey. So Whiskey can wine race like that. We can see them before the fame, and now we see them after the fame. They start saying, oh, after me, just top 2 in Nigeria, and I'm not even number 2. So do you think fame actually kills brotherhood in music groups?
It does.
I think
we want to hear you.
Okay, I don't know
if it does. Fame really does kill brotherhood. If you look at some, what do you call these people? These group musicians or bands or whatever.
Yeah.
If you notice, they have a lot of fans, and then each of these members, they all have like, let's use BTS.
Yes,
for example.
Korean BTS.
Yes. So each of them. They all have individual fans, literally. One person
that's true.
is actually more loved. Exactly. One person is more loved than the other. So it's actually, I think it's normal.
And even if the group, Zayn Malik, before they broke up, so we can
One Direction.
Yes, One Direction. They broke up.
It happens. I think it's very, very normal for bands to break up at the end of the day.
So it begs the question, is it high time we stop expecting loyalty in business relationships? Like when you are doing business, you just start thinking, this people can fuck me up anytime. Oh, forgive my lingua. These people can act funny at any point in time. So then you just draw back or something.
The way you just move this entire thing to business.
No, but
it's a business relationship.
That's true, because I mean, music is business, right? And for instance, Omarion was a musician, or is still a musician, and a dancer, so to say, as well.
With backup dancers.
But yeah, like she mentioned about being selfish, and it's just a normal thing. You know, even if now you do business with your own blood brother, at some point in time, you start feeling like, you are the one putting in more effort, and your brother is just there, and you want more pay than, you know, your brother. So it's just
I feel normal. Like it's actually very, very normal. And if you don't have this drawn contract or like a very, very precise, what's the word? should I say precise, like
legal contract,
straight to the point,
a binding legal contract.
Yeah, if you don't have something that's very, very straight to the point, specifying all these things, I feel like at the end of the day, in the long run, there's bound to be like this feeling of one person doing less, one person doing more, one person wanting to take over the entire thing. Yeah.
So that makes me wonder though, Omarion or B2K, who really needed who? Like, okay, ever since you left that band, okay, but okay. Yeah, with that, we'll be waiting to hear your take on our YouTube channel. But now let's dive right into the musical break, where you dance your, sorrows away and celebrate with us. So now, let's have the music break. That was it. I enjoyed myself. You can see me sweat literally. And I'm sure you enjoyed it too, because I did. So now let's dive right into the last trending topic of the day. And this in question is about the women power, feminism. Yeah, but this features one of our popular Nollywood sensations, one of the veterans really. So now, Nollywood actress Bukky Wright, during a recent TV interview, stated that many Nigerian men are not prepared to handle relationships with self-made women. She expressed frustration that men who she feels are right for her often do not approach her. She relayed that she has experienced men asking, "Where do I start from?" when it comes to approaching her, and she finds this question shocking. She believes that gender roles should not hinder men from approaching women they are interested in. Yeah, that's the first thing. Really? Okay, so we know this woman, but let's start from the topic in question. Do you think men are intimidated by successful women?
Answer.
Why was that? No, in this case, you should answer your question.
Because honestly, I've seen real successful women at 40, at 45, at 50, single. Exactly. They might be happy though, but if they had the chance to have it another way, to have the whole family, husband, loving kids, they want it, but they don't have it. And when you ask them, just be like, oh, nobody is approaching them. And you see them, very beautiful women, well accomplished in their respective fields. So, do you think men are intimidated by successful women?
Okay, so I think to an extent, yes.
Okay.
But I'm still trying to understand what self-made means, because I don't know if there's anybody really self-made, so to say.
What kind of made?
I get the point of view where we are coming from when we say self-made. It's just like somebody who is successful, right? I understand that. So back to the question. I feel like men are actually intimidated because, for women who are successful and financially buoyant, so to say, they already have standard, and especially for somebody who knows where they were coming from and they become rich all of a sudden, standard changes, rules changes, right? And it's hard for them to now in this case, it's hard for the woman to go back to that dunk where she came from, so to say, Wait now.
That's a strong language.
The dunk there means like how life was so, crazy, and now it's not sweet and the luxury and everything, right? So I just feel like because of that, it's going to be hard to just accept just any kind of man who comes around, which means that as a man, if you have to approach such lady, you also must be in that standard and level that she is already.
Okay, sorry, I need to chip in there. So what Bukky Wright is even saying is that even men that are on that same standard as her, they are not approaching her. It's those ones that are in lower standard than she is. They are the ones approaching her. But she feels the men right for her. And I'm sure they are high-value men.
That's clash of
yes. The high-value men are not approaching her.
But then...
Okay.
I don't think, is it bad, or rather, is it so horrible for a woman to see someone she likes and go like, oh, I have to...
Thank you very much.
That takes me to the next thing.
This is what I said on this show that makes me so excited. In fact, one cook for you.
So what do you think should make the first move though?
I mean, if you see someone you like, I'm not saying I would do it though.
No, you're saying you would do it. Don't exempt yourself.
I'm not saying I would do it too, but if you see somebody like, I don't know how to put this in a very pleasant way, but I feel like a lady who is, if you see somebody you like, you might as well just approach them. You might actually be, even if you have to be corny about it, you can actually just be friends for the beginning part of it.
At least even spoil him in the process. You know, do some.
No, don't spoil
me now. Let's be in that kind of situation where you spoil me well, and
just,
you know.
Can you imagine?
Just imagine.
The way you're acting is giving me. Yeah, you want to be an house husband.
No.
Yeah, it's giving me that vibe. But really, I really think money, they disguise gender. Like, some people think that when women get money, they tend to start acting masculine. Like, money makes them masculine. Because they have money, they become a boss woman. Like, oh, I have money, I have money.
True.
It is not the truth for me.
For me, I think that's the truth.
You don't know how rich I am, though. And I'm humble.
Oh, all right. I think that's actually true to an extent, because most women, why would you degrade yourself after you've gotten
the wealth and
achieve, especially if you've gotten that amount of money? I feel like you should also have just as amount of knowledge, if not more amount of knowledge. And once you have that kind of opened mindset, like you've already experienced some kind of things, you can't put yourself in a position where somebody will not come and start talking to you anyhow, whether male or female. It's just not, I don't think that's something that's going to happen at all. So I think if a man wants to approach a woman of that standard, then he might as well have that kind of mentality as well. He should also be able to think, if not better, than the woman. So you should also be expecting his pockets to also be large, if not larger than her as well. I don't know if I've passed any.
Speaking from the Nigerian side, and I get her point.
Okay, let's hear
another thing is, I still feel like ladies should also, in this case now, financial women who are like, well grounded in finance and success, so to say. I think they should also try to reduce the yardstick which they use to measure up men, Okay, which is true. I mean, no, it's the truth, because for somebody who is successful, has money, hardly would you see her want to, like, just like I said, want to just accept just any man, right?
But that's not.
But there are also men who might not be as rich as you are.
True.
But because you're looking for that man who is in that standard where you are, maybe.
I don't blame them though, because some of these men out there, they are leeches. You see a man come to you and you start hearing things like, oh, I'm pursuing a government contract, but in the time being, can you lend me 10 million naira? By the time I get this contract, because you know you can do it. And because of love clouds your emotions, love clouds your logic. You be like, okay, he's my husband, let me just do it for him. And it's being parasitic.
So I would like to ask a question.
Yes, I want to hear a question.
Is it wrong that for a lady, for instance, both of you now are financially grounded, and you meet this guy who is not just in your level, but you have the opportunity to help this guy in question?
You know,
I don't think I would give a man my money though, but I'll give you opportunities to make your own money. So far as you're hardworking, I would, if my name opens doors, I'll make sure you enter those doors. Make a name for yourself. Why are you trying to, yes, like I've said before, I'll say it again, my money is my money, but my lover's money is our money. Yes, I don't like leeches, I don't like parasites, because I am not knowing myself. I'm sorry, but it just begs that question though. And I think we should explore one more point before, we draw the curtain on today's program. Why is it that I've sensed a bit of double standard in Nigerian society? Self-made men, they're always celebrated, but you see self-made women, they always question, how did she get her money? Oh, she's been one day.
That's a very nice perspective, and I mean, we need to actually talk about that, because it still connects to what is currently happening now.
Yes, exactly.
But I think the problem is where all of this comes from is because most of this lady in question, we can't really tell what they do.
That's not true.
I'm saying one of the
You know the funny thing? She just asked a question about like how financially made men are always celebrated, and then financially made women are always questioned. And the funny thing was that you just questioned it as well.
In this scenario now, we are looking at the women now, right? Okay. So I'm saying one of the things that causes why people will want to question, how this women in question make their money is because people do not really know how much this woman in question make. For instance, now I know there is this topic about what is her name?
Mercy.
Ethical.
Destiny Ethical.
Right? People say, movies in Asaba or in Delta State, people know how much they earn. but you're already buying, you know, exotic cars.
Oh, I wish we can dwell on this all day, but I think this would be where we'd have to draw the curtain for today. So I think we would continue this on our social media with the hashtag Tea Time. And you can also do well to view our previous episode, because I know you enjoyed today's program, because I did. So view our previous episodes on our YouTube channel, PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle, to give your takes, to comment on your views on these trending issues. And thank you for being here with me. As you all know, my name is Deborah Akinpelumi, and I couldn't do this alone. I have here with me Prezi and Prissy, and all thanks to the production team for making this a great success. So thank you, Nigeria. Thank you, Lagos. Thank you, Africa. God bless Nigeria.
Happy Ramadan.
Yes.